Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the PantyNectar podcast, your host, PantyNectar.
Hello. Welcome to episode 55.
55, baby.
What a great day to be alive.
It is. It's a cold day to be alive in here, that's for sure.
Oh, it is very cold. This room is very cold. You guys get lots of hard nipples in this room.
I like hard nipples, so that's a good thing. Your sexy little sports bra there. How are you, PantyNectar?
Good. I got a workout in today. I'm having a great day so far. I'm excited for this podcast. I'm gonna answer some questions this podcast.
Ooh, I got some good questions for you too.
I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous because he was like, I'm gonna ask you some questions for the next one. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And we have not discussed it any further. So I am very excited to. I feel like, so on Discord, I have a Truth or Dare channel.
Oh, yeah.
And when people put truth, like sometimes I don't put inappropriate things. I'm just like, hey, if you were on an island forever with one other person, who would it be, dead or alive? And I probably throw people off. They're like, what the fuck is this?
So who would you be on an island with if it was anybody and it was just one person?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It wouldn't be me. I mean, it's not like the first. That look right there says it all, folks.
No, I would love to be stranded on an island with you. But if I had to choose anyone, I think I would have to choose someone who is like, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but just someone outdoorsy, someone who is like really proficient in like surviving on an island.
Oh, so you like want to live and shit. You want to survive. Yeah. This isn't just about the hustle.
Thrive.
This isn't like about having sex with some great person on an island.
Gosh.
You're looking for like some survivor type stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking for like who's some Izzy, like some survivor people like that.
You want to know who can build you a fire and all that kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing...
Or feed me. I want to be able to eat some fish or something.
So if you're new to the podcast, me and PantyNectar, we love Survivor. Mm-hmm. We got into it. Of course, you were watching it long before I was, but
I convinced you finally to watch it.
Yeah, because, I'm not a big TV watcher, and
show watcher,
just kind of in general. So sitting down to commit myself to watch something is kind of a big deal. And then with Survivor, it's like, I just started watching it with you, and it was like, it's like we started watching it whatever middle of the season 18 or 17. Then we went back and started watching it from kind of the beginning and then watched all the way through. Mm-hmm. But I think that like with Survivor, it's kind of hard to get into because the game's always changing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the setup is always changing. Like it just kind of depends on what Jeff wants to do.
And the objects of the game change within certain times of the game. I think I knew that you would love that show because it's just a very intriguing show. Like it does take skill in certain things, skill with your social skills. You gotta make sure you're not pissing people off.
Yeah.
But you also have to make sure that you're probably winning in challenges and doing things or providing to the camp. I find it very interesting, the mental game within Survivor.
Yeah, and it's like, I started talking about that because it was like starting with a fire. And it's like, if you go on Survivor and you can start fire, it's like the most valuable thing at the beginning of the beginning of the season, at least. And but the problem is that kind of sets you up. That puts a target on your back too. Mm-hmm. So it gets your ass voted out real quick. Okay, PantyNectar, first question here. What is your dream vacation?
Oh, I would have to say, man. I think like maybe somewhere. I love the beach.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like...
Yeah, you do love the beach
maybe
for sure.
Costa Rica on a beach house.
Yeah?
Right on the beach where I can sleep with the doors open, listening to the ocean. Or...
And have all the monkeys come in and shit.
Yeah. Or like
at you.
I think something like Norway is a very beautiful... I'm a very like outdoorsy. I want to adventure. So I think anything by the beach and the water, I think I'm happy with.
Yeah, if there's anybody listening in Costa Rica or Norway, PantyNectar is interested in where you live. I've wanted to go to Costa Rica for a long time. I've told you about the family connection that we had. Some family friends that were from Costa Rica, and they're just fantastic. And it's like, and then since then, I've met some people from Costa Rica, and everybody that I've ever met from Costa Rica is just so chill.
Right.
Like they're not like in a hurry to do much, like they get shit done, but they're not real wound up, and pura vida is what they say.
Island time.
And so the question is Costa Rica is in the middle of Central America there. And you could be on the Pacific side, or you could be on the Gulf side, I guess. Would that be the Gulf or the Caribbean? Whatever it is. The other side of it, the East Coast side.
I'm terrible with directions.
Or also in Costa Rica, you can also be in the mountains too.
Right. Yeah.
Like they have volcanoes and shit there.
That'd be cool to explore.
Man. Yeah, we should go to Costa Rica sometime.
We should.
Fly into San Jose. So there's our old neighbor there, and when we were living up in Austin, he had a place in Costa Rica, and he was always going down there. He would go down there once a month at the end of the month. And
like
he loved
2 weeks or something he'd spend down there.
Yeah. But he said he had a place down there for like 20 or 25 years or something. He'd been going down there a while.
Love surfing. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your dream job as a kid, PantyNectar?
Oh my gosh. Was
it growing up to be PantyNectar?
No, so literally since I can remember, I had always wanted to be a teacher.
A teacher?
Yes, oh. I know. I used to. So when I lived,
y'all hear this? PantyNectar wants to be a teacher.
When I lived in North Carolina, when I ended up going to the school right above the most elementary school, I would walk back and my old teacher would give me teaching supplies, like stickers and things like that. And I wanted to be a teacher. Now I'm a teacher, just in a different way.
Yeah, you're
Holla.
So was it because of one teacher you had that kind of led you that direction with that dream job, or was it you just kind of being at school made you real excited, or is like one teacher that you really like so much?
So I had a teacher that I loved in North Carolina. I can't exactly remember her name. Maybe Miss Campbell was her name, Miss Campbell. But I just inspired to be like her, teaching in front of the students. I've always been a very in front kind of role. I do good in that space. Yeah. And so I always just thought that was the coolest thing, to be able to lead a bunch of people.
Well, you got cameras here in front of you right now, PantyNectar. You have a beautiful microphone and headset and lights,
and I get to help
stuff.
people all day long. It's amazing.
So you're teaching people every day.
I am.
You're teaching people not only about fun sex, but you're also helping people a lot. Like we've talked about it previous on the podcast. You and PantyNectar is much more than just the sexual gratification aspect of it, right? There's definitely the playing therapist side, to where you get a lot of questions and you answer all those questions basically. If someone's sending you a DM and they got some shit going on in their life. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say there's a lot of different aspects when it comes to helping people. You do play therapist. Not playing into negativity really teaches people and cultivates that same energy around you. So it's pretty cool to see all the people that are around me. If you're in the Discord and things like that, you think the same, you have the same, be kind mentality, be grown, communicate, so I love that part of it too, being able to push that narrative as well.
Well, no, yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of the energy you put out is what you attract. We talked about that, and it's so true, especially when PantyNectar was first getting started. It's you have to sift through all that negative energy and just to find where you're going to be, you know,
Right.
who you're going to be, and what community you want to build. And the community that you have built, you've chosen to leave all that negative energy out. And because of that, you know, there's right now, there's like over 28,000 people in the Discord alone.
Yeah.
The Discord is free.
Yeah.
If you're listening right now, go join the Discord, discord.gg/PantyNectar. There's over 28,000 people in there right now just hanging out, having a good time. And
We chit chat. It's not all, you know, like some people hop in the lounge and they're like, oh, stroking my dick. Like we have channels set for everything. If you guys want to get off with other people, we have One Handed Bandits, which is a channel where y'all can get on a voice chat even if you want to.
Yeah, and it's so cool because like you talked about in the lounge, which is the main chat area, like it's not, like sexual stuff may get brought up, but it's not we're going to sit here and fucking get off with each other type. No, this is like a general community chat, you know.
It's pretty awesome.
But in the Discord, like you mentioned, if you want to go to another channel, you know, there's more not safe for work channels there.
Yes.
But also photography, Jesus, I can't talk. Photography channels for those that want to show off some pictures.
There's
whether
pets.
it's you were traveling and taking pictures, there's pets.
Selfies. We have a selfies channel if you just want to get hyped up by some people. It's pretty awesome.
PantyNectar, if you could be a character in a movie, who would you be?
I'd probably be like, what is that chick's name?
I was
nervous. What are you thinking?
Go ahead.
No, what are you thinking?
No, you tell me.
I don't know. I don't know what I would be. I need to think about
How
that.
do you
one.
not know?
Yeah, because I don't. A character in a movie, like name someone or name just like the character I would play.
The character you'd play. I mean, it could be anything. If it's like the fucking Hulk and you want to go around and smash it, you could do that.
No.
Or like if you want to be like a chick that like got
I'd love
fucked
to
all
be
the
a
time.
superhuman, like have superpowers. That'd be cool.
So what superpowers would you like to have?
I think I would like to have, maybe to be invisible.
Ooh.
Right? Like that'd be a good one. Of course, I'd love to fly, but I'm a superhero, so I can fly anyways. You know, I feel like that's a given. So I think like being invisible. I don't want to read people's minds. I don't want to know all that.
Well, but so hold on, because being able to read somebody's mind is basically being able to invisibly jump in their brain.
Right.
If you're invisible, then
No, if I'm invisible, I can like get food from the kitchen without people.
So we'll just see the fucking pancakes just get up off the counter and start walking
Oh my
like in
gosh,
the
the
movies.
cabinets start opening.
So like you want to be a ghost then?
I guess so, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's better superpowers.
PantyNectar, I have another question for you. What is the craziest thing you have ever done?
Craziest? Oh my God, you guys, I'm wild. I have not done it.
Stuck a banana in your
I
ass.
did stick a banana in my ass. That's probably one of the craziest. That's probably one of the craziest things I've done. No, I mean, I think the craziest thing I've probably ever done. Shoot, I don't even know. I ran a Ragnar race. I think that was pretty crazy. That's like.
Could you explain that?
So that is where it's a relay, and I don't remember how many teammates you have. You have like 5 or 6 different teammates, and you all go through the relay however you want, but everyone completes leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. There's different trails. Well, this happens over a span of a weekend. So someone may run at midnight, depending on where the relay is at. Like someone is constantly running. So I think like the first day I ran, I think more towards the evening, it was 3 o'clock in the hill country and it was hot. I started seeing black spots. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to drink some water. I did not expect that heat to be like that up in the hill country. And then my second leg was at like 8 a.m. the next day. And then my third one was actually at like 2 a.m. one day. It was really awesome. I was running at night with all you can see is what your little light can shine in front of you. And it's trail running. So that was pretty freaking crazy, but one of the coolest, craziest things I've ever done before.
I would love to do something.
You sleep in a tent. You don't even get a bed. You sleep in a tent for 3 days.
For 3 days.
You don't shower.
So what you may have said this and I missed it. What time of the year was this?
This was when I want to say it was around February, because at night it would drop into the 30s, 40s. Like, it was pretty freaking cold.
But it was getting hot during the day?
But it was getting hot during the day. Yes, yes. I was in my sleeping bag trying to curl up because it was so cold one night in the tent. That was a pretty cool experience.
I would love to go do something. You know, like growing up in South Texas and getting into running, there's not like everything's flat, right?
Yeah.
And I would love to be. So basically, you're kind of like restricted to the roads in a lot of ways, or concrete sidewalks, or fucking
hills.
Yeah, and there's not really trails. There are, you know, but you know, not like you listen to people growing up or all over the country. You know, whether it's you're in Colorado or you're in, you know, Utah. We should go out to Utah. There's so much like just open space out there. But I would love to do something kind of more extreme like that.
Pennsylvania's good for running too.
Yeah, and they had this in Washington. I remember I was looking up a few years ago. There was this is this race in Washington. It's like a half marathon and a marathon, where they run through like tulip fields during like the tulip bloom or whatever. And
that's cool.
And so I've never been up to the Pacific Northwest in general. So I'd love to go out there and experience that.
I do. I love the running, but I love the experiences you get at these places way more.
PantyNectar, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Dinosaur. I don't even think I can name one.
You know, Tyrannosaurus
You are putting
Rex?
me on the spot today.
You know, they say why he was so angry because he couldn't fucking jerk off. His hands were so short, you know? There used to be this guy I work with.
I've never heard that.
There used to be this guy I worked with. I won't say his name, but we used to kind of joke around about him. He was a dickhead. He was a supervisor.
He was a dickhead.
Yeah, he was. And he was a supervisor. He's just a dick. Just an incompetent type person, unfortunately. But he had real short arms, so everybody would talk about like what the reason he was so pissed off all the time was because he couldn't fucking reach his dick.
Oh my god, that's like, fucked up.
Like they'd be like, "Hey man, can you even stick your hands in your pockets?"
Oh, was he a short guy?
No, he was tall. I mean, like he was probably as tall as me.
Short arms?
He was at least 6 foot.
Usually,
5'11",
like
6
people's
foot.
arm spans are just as long as they are, right? You're just as long this way as you are this way, right?
Yeah, I believe like your
not that guy.
Yeah, no, not that guy. He's a fucking flying around like this. If you could switch places with anyone for a day, who would it be? You could switch places. So if you wanted to be maybe a movie star,
or I'd want to be like a queen or a princess somewhere.
What would it be like to be the president of the United States for a day?
Okay.
Could you imagine? Would you ever want to jump into that role for a day to just see like the no?
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of pressure
and
a lot of
It's like the weight of the world on your shoulders in a sense.
Yeah.
Or at least the weight of over 300 million people who expect and demands. And here's the thing, like you're going to make half the country mad. And then the other half may be happy
I'll
with
make
you.
everyone happy.
So you'd...
except for a few of you.
Would you have a live stream from the White House Oval Office every day?
Oh my God.
Could you imagine getting fucked on the Oval Office?
Put a casting couch in the Oval Office?
Yes.
That'd be great, right?
That's a great idea. I wonder what would happen if Uncle Joe had that right now.
My God. We need to do a backdrop one day and like just be in the Oval Office.
We should.
That'd be funny.
We should. We could change out our nifty little background here, which is just a solid white wall with one with one Hank Williams Lovesick Blues painting up there.
Oh my God.
I love it, but we discussed this on the podcast a few episodes ago.
You guys love this, right?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is a special painting to me.
That is an NFT, actually.
I purchased. So it was a painting that the guy had. He sold it digitally.
Digital art.
Yeah. So when you bought the NFT itself, it also he sent you the physical.
And he's like some big artist in Mexico or something. Real cool.
Pablo Esban, fucking he's incredible. I need
love that picture.
You know what? I'll link to him in the show notes here.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
If you want to check out his work, he's been doing work. He's a young guy too.
He has fascinating artwork.
He has, and he's been doing art long before the digital NFT craze. I mean, like his website goes back to, oh man, I'm going to be lying here, but like 2012 or 2008, something like that.
And he has a virtual art, what's the right word for that?
So he has his own little metaverse thing that he has some digital artwork displayed that you can go in on the computer.
And it's like walking through an art exhibit.
Yeah, I'll link to it in the show notes. So check out the show notes here.
Yeah.
And we'll check that out. Or you can go and check that out. One of these questions here, PantyNectar, is who was your first crush? I don't know if people are ready for that.
No, let's skip that one.
What's your idea of the perfect date?
Oh, anything that involves...
It's not with Mr. P?
No, it is. Anything that involves...
That was just like, we're going to talk about play.
We haven't done any of these. No, I would love a massage. I would love... chocolate-covered strawberries.
Chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yeah, right? Like that perfects a date.
There's like a whole like economy built off of chocolate-covered strawberries. They're so good.
Yeah.
I love them. I do not like chocolate-covered strawberries like when they get soggy though. Have you had that? Or like you bite into them and it's like...
they need to be like cold and stuff too. I like them when they're just like cold and the chocolate breaks.
Yeah, kind of it's crunchy a little bit. You don't want to like bite into it and not be able to discern the difference of like the chocolate and the strawberry itself.
I take that back. My perfect date is Burlock Coast in Fort Lauderdale. That's my perfect date.
Yes.
That's my perfect date.
Yes, if you see Gerson there,
shout out to the best waiter in the world.
He is. If you ever go to Fort Lauderdale, go to Burlock Coast, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Burlock Coast on A1A right there. It's a restaurant that's at the bottom of the Ritz-Carlton. It's pricey, but it's really good.
It is.
If you can get there,
amazing.
If you can get there before like 11 or 12, whatever time, 11:30, you can get the breakfast or brunch, depending what day it is. And they most all the time serve the
French toast.
That's
my gosh. But we get their avocado toast when we would eat there. Like they have some really fresh, amazing food there.
Yeah.
They have their own pastry chef as well. Amazing.
Yeah, and the thing is like what I like about that place is like if it's not fresh, it's not really going to be on the menu. So you may go sometime and they may not have something but they're not going to sit there and feed you some bullshit that's been stuck in the freezer for the past 2 years.
It's good food.
PantyNectar, who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush?
Your celebrity crush.
Oh my gosh. You want to know for the longest time, my celebrity crush was George St. Pierre.
I thought you were going to say George Strait.
No, he was cute too.
You say them cowboy nuts fucking squeezed up in the Wranglers or something.
No.
You know. So George Strait, right? Like, I may cause a little controversy here. Like, I love George Strait. I like country music and all that. But if you ever watch him play, he like never plays guitar.
I've actually never seen him play.
Just like even on TV.
Maybe, I don't know. If I did, I don't remember.
Yeah, well, he just stands up there and it's like, he's done a lot for the music. And I'm not bashing George Strait. He's like in his mid 60s. He was coming up like his first, like in the early 80s was when he really started coming up. So he's been around since then. And he's done a lot. And he's the king of country music, they say. But I wish maybe he would have taken a few more guitar lessons. But I could.
Roasting the legend.
No. PantyNectar, what is your biggest achievement?
Oh my gosh.
I think being PantyNectar.
I was about to say, I think being me, being who I am right now in this present moment is a big achievement,
That is. You've had a lot of adversity in life, as have most everybody. Everybody goes through their own adversity. And that's the thing that we've kind of come to understand is like everybody goes through their own shit. So you should never say you're in a worse place than somebody else or that somebody else is in a worse place than you. It's just like, hey, we're all in this life together. And, but you've gone through some things and now you're
I'm a pretty awesome person, right, baby?
Now you're living the dream.
I am.
Getting
Oh my
dick in your mouth every
gosh.
day and
Yes.
getting fucked
I
for
need
a
it though.
living.
I get sassy if I don't, right?
You do. You say that I get hangry. You get fucking mad.
Dicky, yeah.
Like you get. I'm not gonna say mean.
I get bratty.
Yeah, because
I think bratty's a good word.
you're never mean. You're never just outright.
I'm
mean.
not. You think that I am sometimes. I'm like, I'm really not. I like can't be mean. I don't know. It's just not in
No,
me.
it's not. It's not in your DNA, and I like that because I don't have to worry about like fucking. You know, like me going
Your
to
tires being slashed.
my
and
tires
shit.
being slashed, or like me going to sleep one night and my fucking pillow being sliced open because you
Yeah.
took a knife to it.
That's intense. Has
had
that
a-
happened to you?
No, you know, I haven't had like a lot of retaliation things done. You know, I think probably one of the craziest. I've had chicks do some crazy shit.
I would
You know?
imagine.
One was I think I may have told you about it. This I was driving home one night, me and the girl that I was with at the time. And this is when I was when I drank and I was making poor decisions, and drinking and driving was one of them. But I was driving home after the bar one night, and she was all upset because she had a jealousy issue. Let's just say that.
Everyone has a jealousy issue with you.
Well, I was talking. She thought that like I was talking to this girl, but the thing was, is like she was okay with that. She thought that she had opened up a tap, right? And she thought that we had just gotten to this fucking bar, like 15. We'd been there like 15, 20 minutes. She comes up. I'm talking to this chick. Grabs my arm so hard, the beer flies out of my hand, and the bottle breaks on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck is? And she's like, she said something. She already had like a $200 something bar tab. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And like, she fucking lost some shit. I'm like, all right, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I leave and I'm driving home, and the speed limit was 55, and I'm doing the speed limit, and she fucking throws my truck in park. Because it was a Ford F-150, and the shifter was like in the middle right there, kind of down low, in between the passenger and the driver's seat. And yeah, she just fucking reaches
Did
down.
it fuck your shit up?
No, it just started clicking really loud. Like obviously there's
that can mess your shit up.
well, there's a safety mechanism in there. You know, like I found out really quick. Like she threw it in park and the brakes did not lock up. Like there was just like a click, 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 and I like grabbed it and threw it back in drive and kept trying. You know, luckily they have that. But yeah, that was a pretty bad. Well, I don't even know how.
I was like, what was the question?
I don't know. No, you asked me if I've ever had anything crazy done to me like that. And I was like,
yeah,
it's kinda,
yeah. I haven't. I haven't done anything spiteful. I'm usually the one to break up with someone, and if I break up with you, like I don't want to.
I tell you what, there are some spiteful fucking women out there. I can tell you, there's dudes listening right now that are like, oh my god, you have
My
no
ex is
clue.
a fucking psycho. Yeah.
Yeah, like man, I've heard some like chicks just slashing tires, like that's
or like really damaging a vehicle, or like damaging belongings and shit at homes. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, be a little bit more kind, people. And if you're in a shitty relationship, just walk out.
Get out.
Just walk out. PantyNectar, what does your dream house look like? I guess we should start with location.
That's what I was gonna say. By the water, beach, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that. I even think I could do a lake. I think I could be like by a lake.
But like in a warm water lake?
Yeah.
Or like you want to be up in Canada?
No. Warm water lake.
What's wrong with Canadians, man? I like Canadians.
No,
They
it just
say,
gets
hey,
so cold.
Hey, they say, you like that, eh? Yeah, it does. But like it's in the summer, it's supposed to be really nice. Once again, it's a place I've never visited, but.
So by the water somewhere. I need something water. I think myself feels so grounded by water.
Do you want more of like a modern home, or like if you're in something?
Do you want a modern home?
Do you want it to kind of like blend in with everything, or do you want it to really stand out? Remember like watching the like architecture shows?
Oh, the crazy ones.
Yeah, but like they can do like that
concrete swimming pool that went out, like that house
Yeah.
is probably my dream house. Just put it by the water.
Yeah, where was that place at? I can't remember.
It was cool though. It was like the house was mainly built out of concrete, and like they built a second story pool that was like just concrete out from the master bedroom upstairs. It's incredible. I don't know what show that was. It's on Netflix, like Crazy Builds or something.
Yeah, it's probably taken off. It seems like Netflix, like anything that's good, they'll just be like, fuck it. A bunch of people want to watch it. Let's turn it off. Did you hear
they're going to start charging fines for people that have extra people logged into their accounts? They're going to start like charging people fees for sharing passwords.
Man, they have really like the whole idea of like the over the top services, like to break away from cable and satellite services was really like an idea of like, let's cut the bloated bullshit, right? Because like when you'd sign up for cable, they'd be like, oh, here's great. Here's fucking 300 channels. And like, you're like 300 channels. I really only want to watch like 5.
And they're all just repeated. Anyways,
and it's like, and so then like, like cheaper, like the internet, some services came out, but then they've just started getting more expensive and just as restrictive, like now we've been fucking around with Hulu. And
oh my gosh.
Hulu's a pain in the dick, man.
They are. Yeah. And they like, you can't log in and watch your live stuff if you're at a different location. They make you like you only get 4 zip code changes or something. It's crazy. I'm like, I paid for this.
PantyNectar, so what is your favorite sexual position?
I think I like last night. You on top of me like that.
Yeah.
And me with my legs wrapped up around you.
Like around my waist kind of, or like when I have like your leg kind of pinned back?
No, behind your waist, because then you get like real close to me. I like that.
And whisper shit that just makes no sense.
Dirty shit, yeah.
I'm like, oh, PantyNectar, fucking. It's like, and I'm like, wait, what did I just say?
Jesse,
but I'll just keep going with this.
Have you seen Jesse and Jackson's blooper where they say something and she's like, oh yeah, something like my big cock, and then they're like, wait, not mine, and then they start busting out laughing, and that is such a funny video. I think they have it posted on their OnlyFans. It is hilarious because it's true. You sometimes like you're not thinking correctly and the wrong words come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just you either roll with it or you don't. I guess it's like you either go with it or you stop it and be like, wait, what? And everybody's like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'll go make breakfast this morning or some shit like that. Ruined it.
Oh my god! My god!
So PantyNectar, last episode, we discussed sex toys.
Yes.
So what is your favorite sex toy that you have currently in your little fucking box of sex toys? I was going to say in your repertoire, but kind of.
I cannot stop laughing over here. Oh my god!
Is it a vibrator? Is it one of your clear dildos?
It's probably my vibrator, my purple one that I had on episode, I think 53 or 54 that it was. I think it's my purple vibrator.
You know something I just generally struggle with?
What?
Is understanding like how vibration can be such a cause for pleasure for
oh my god.
Women. Like I know it is, but it's just like, but guys too, like there's guys who really enjoy like the pulse, vibration.
Yes. Or anything that pulsates. Yeah. I think it's just like, I don't know.
Like, shit kind of scares the shit out of me. It's like, oh, what was that? I don't know what happened here. Shit's getting a little deep.
We need to, they make like cock rings that vibrate and stuff as well so that it like vibrates you and me. You know what I mean? They make cock rings like that.
I think you should do a pocket pussy or something like that.
Yeah.
Like have
you should or I should.
You should like get it to where
get it made of my pussy.
Yeah, where people, if they want to fuck PantyNectar's pussy, you know what? Well, if
we should get a mold.
If you're in Norway and you want to fuck PantyNectar's pussy, guess what? You can go on and buy it. A little piece of silicone.
That'd be cool. We should do that. We should look into doing molds and stuff.
You want a fun fact? I have never fucked a pocket pussy.
Really?
Ever in my life. And I don't say that to try to sound cool or anything.
I know that you don't have one, but I didn't know that you've never used one.
And I want to try one.
Yeah, we should get one. Yeah, we should get one. We need to get some more lube anyways, so maybe we should order a bunch of stuff and then try it out here on the podcast.
I think so, PantyNectar.
Do a Adam and Eve haul or something.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good story. I would like to find some more quality, I've been thinking about, or yesterday I was thinking about, I was like, man, like, it seems like when you go on to buy sex toys, like and you're like, oh, I want to get like nipple clamps, okay? And you can go to Amazon, you can go to Google and find it, or, Adam and Eve is, it's a good website. But it just seems like so much of that stuff is just like cheap. shit, and it's like, you go to squeeze it and it breaks, and you're like, motherfucker, like, what?
You remember the mouth gag we bought, and then like the thing broke off the actual mouth gag. And we were like, we just bought this.
Yeah.
And it was like $30.
But I was looking up, I don't know, a few weeks ago where there was, I found some websites where there was like leather goods, like the ball gags, but it was like legit, I can't remember what it was. There was a few websites. If you know of a good sex toy website that sells quality sex toys, please let us know.
And we will do like an unboxing haul of sex toys. We'll just get a bunch of stuff, lingerie, like do a whole unboxing of a bunch of stuff. That'd be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, for fun, and it's important to say this is not for paid promotional anything. This is just us having fun.
Freaks.
We don't get paid a dime for this podcast.
Yeah.
This is just simply fun, and it's something we love to do, and we love connecting with everybody. And PantyNectar, those are all the questions I have for you today. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for asking me all those questions. If you guys have any questions that you would like to ask or that you want to know about, go ahead and message me wherever you're at. OnlyFans, Discord, Instagram, Twitter. There's so many platforms. So message me wherever you are at, and I'd be happy to answer those questions. Have a good one.
Happy New Year. It's like the 25th.